Hello friends, in this video I'll be painting this Disney Princess Palace pet Whisker Haven Piggy with inspiration from the creeper in Minecraft. To begin, I remove the factory paint with 100% acetone and cotton balls and cotton swabs. When she's all clear, I'll be painting her completely green. It took about 5 or 6 layers to get here, but use as many as you need to make the paint job opaque. Keeping the layers thin and using soft brushes will help keep the paint job nice and smooth. Now that she's completely colored, I'm going to use some darker green and some lighter green paint to add some shading and highlights. Using plain black paint is going to make your colors muddy and yucky looking. So use analogous colors that are darker than the base color that you're using. For example, in this case, since I'm using green, I used some navy color to darken the green color. I can't get her any darker with just paint alone, so I'm going to be switching medium and using these soft chalk dry pastels to make it darker, and just going to mix up colors that I want and paint it on there. When I'm happy with where it is, I'm gonna add some sealant. Not that much sealant. If you have lots of very precise details in pastel, you're definitely going to want to use a spray sealant. But if you only have a brush-on sealant like I do, you're going to want to water it down so it's not shiny, one thing. And two, you're going to want to be very careful, because any water that gets onto the pastel is going to make it rain. I forgot to do this earlier, so now I'm going to fill in the hole in her tail with some air dry clay. I'm just going to shape it to be a square. Now I'm going to start adding the eye details. I'm going to use matte white acrylic paint instead of satin white acrylic paint, because matte white is going to allow us to sand it down if it gets at all chunky or anything, and it's going to let us sketch on it with just a pencil, and satin's better for mixing. I'm just going to paint on her eyes, trying to be precise, and I'm going to do this in several watered down layers, just to keep it as smooth as I can. I overpainted some of the whites, so I'm going to clean it up with this lighter green color just to make it look nice and poppy. Because I use matte paint in the eyes, I can easily sketch in the rough spacing of the irises and pupils with just a regular pencil. I'm going to be painting them purple to reference the Enderman and the Ender Dragon from Minecraft. Take your time and make sure your paint is thin so that it doesn't come out too chunky like mine did. And I'm gonna touch it up a little bit because I painted a little bit too much around the irises. Now I'm gonna add in her eyelashes, so I'm gonna make them nice and stark black. I'm painting her hair a darker green color just so that it helps define it. And I'm painting her nose in black just to represent the markings on Creeper's face. In retrospect, I should have made her Solara's black, but I made them white. Now I'm going to be adding some freckles with this metallic white paint to represent the little gray spots in Creeper's design. You can add this metallic white to any color and give it a little bit of sparkle, but I just used it straight to make these freckles. Now I am giving her little black hooves like how Creeper's feet are black. And I'm going to give her a little silver streak in her hair. I sealed her eyes with a little bit of a shiny sealant. And now I'm going to outline the irises to make them pop. I'm using my pencil because it's the most precise tool that I have right now. I'm painting on some varnish that has some very watered down metallic paint in it, just to give it a little bit of sparkle. I'll add in some details and give her some catch lights in her eyes. I can sketch on her eyebrows in pencil, and I'm just going to use my pencil again to make them nice and stark black. I'm going to paint her flowers like a couple from the game. The flower on her necklace is going to be a poppy, and the one on her tail is going to be a sunflower. I made the paint here kind of chunky, but I go in later and sand it down. I'm adding a little bit of dimension to the sunflower in just regular paint. I'm not too concerned about it because it's on her back. I'll paint her necklace light blue to represent the diamonds in the game. Painting in her little mouth, and give her a silver lip. Completely varnish her with their clear matte varnish. And here she is at the end. I think she came out pretty cute. Maybe not completely creeperish, but I think it conveys it enough.